Hey, good morning, guys. It's June 12th. We're in John 1, and it's where the followers of John the Baptist finally they ask John, who is he says the Lamb of God. He kind of identifies Jesus as the Messiah, and so the followers of John then start to follow Jesus, and um, and so Chambers is dealing with. I like how he puts it here. He renames us. He identifies us with a new identity. He talks about Peter being called, or Simon being called Cephas, and um, and then I underlined a bunch of it. It's funny because sometimes Chambers is just a little too much for one day. But he talks about Jesus writing a new name on us, identifying us as His. And he says some of us have the new name in spots only. I love his visualization here, his the imagery in spots only, like spiritual measles. In sections, we look all right. When we have our best spiritual mood on, you would think we're very high-toned saints, but don't look at us when we're not in that mood. The disciple is one who has the new name written all over him. Self-interest and pride and self-sufficiency have been completely erased. And this is that holding back things, covering parts of us up that we do not want that new name written on, that we identify as our own and not as something to be given to Him. It's interesting. I'll tell you a quick story. It sounds weird, but when I decided I was a smoker when I was young, so I was 22 years old and finally decided and really wanted to just be um, just sold out. And I knew smoking was this addiction kind of just was a thorn. And and so what I did was I created, and this is it seems strange, but it made total sense to me at the moment, and I think it makes total sense if we really think about it spiritually, which is I made cigarettes a sacrifice on the altar. I literally gave them to God and said, "Here." And not that He wants cigarettes, but it was that part of my life that I'd withheld, that I'd said, "Oh, that's mine. I don't want you to write your name there. That's my own. That's has my name written on it. That's part of me that has my name written on it and my interests written on it." And I think that's one of that's what Chambers is getting at here. If we want to truly be followers like these people, that these disciples, um, that we need to expose those places that do not have His name written on it and allow Him to write His name there. So, and then he goes on. Chambers goes on to challenge us, people that say, "Oh, I'm no saint." It's really funny when how Chambers talks about this. He says to say, "Oh, I'm no saint" is acceptable um, to human pride, but it's an unconscious blasphemy against God. It literally means you defy God to make you a saint. Um, I'm no saint means there are parts of my life that His name is not written, where His name is not written, is what Chambers is getting at here. There are parts of me that are still kind of dirty and defiled, and Chambers is saying to be okay with that and to accept that is to blaspheme God's ability to make me a saint. He says, "Why are you not a saint? It is either that you do not want to be a saint, or that you do not believe God can make you one." And I think, and that's a pretty big challenge, I think. And it's a recurring theme, obviously, just in life, in Christian life, is what parts of my life do I still have my name written on? What parts of my life have I, and my will? What parts of me do I still have reserved for me? Um, and so that'd be my challenge to you. Sorry, a little bit drier and more challenging today, but that's Chambers for us. What parts of our lives do we still have our names and not His name written on? You guys have a great day.